You're listening to Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. I got Kaylina in here producing with me today. It's Tuesday, you guys. Looking forward to a great show today. I got Ed Nunez from the Pit Press in here with me today as well. What's going on, my team? What's going on, homies? Who wants to go first? I don't care.
Ladies first, always.
I already knew he was going to say that, Kaylina. If you're not ready to speak, I'm skipping over you. Just kidding.
I had a show, Kenny.
What's going on?
I had a show.
How did it go? Yo, so Ed, this past Thursday, correct?
Yes.
Oh, man, I'm good. I remember.
Yeah, you remember.
Come on. Hey, I got to take care of us.
I know.
That means you take care of me. I got to take care of you. So this past Thursday, you had your show right here downtown, right? Right here in Central. How did it go?
It was actually really good. I was so nervous about it. I haven't had a live show in 2 years. I had all of 30 minutes to prep my guitar. I was like, this is going to be bad, but I said I could do it. Then they asked me to play longer. Guess what? I still got it. It was fine.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
It was awesome. It was a really lovely night. And I intentionally didn't tell people until the last second because one, I kept forgetting that wasn't intentional. But then the intentionality was I was terrified. But, like I said, I'm a professional and I've been putting in years of practice. So Harmony. It was a really good show.
Go, girl. What's up, Ed? What's going on, man?
Hey, you know what? I'd love to hear that because performing in front of live audiences is never easy. So kudos to her. And she does put the work in and she feels confident about it once the show gets started. Love it.
She hadn't performed in a minute, so it's like the first time she's performed. So she came out of her little stage fright. Let me tell you something.
That's what it was.
Me being on radio right now, I have a little stage fright myself. Just saying, you guys make me feel comfortable, and I appreciate you guys.
I'm glad we make you feel comfortable because, I never really had stage fright. That was something I developed. I've been performing since I was 6 years old. It was whatever. And then COVID happens. And then I was like, wow, what is this? This is what people experience. And so I'm going up on stage, shaking. And then I remembered how to play the chords. So just like cool. you remember how to, talk on radio.
I'm trying.
You got this.
Practice. I'm learning from the best right here across from me. And then the next best, my guy, Zack Brandt, Capital Ford, Santa Fe. What's going on, my guy?
Not much, man. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we could totally hear you. You sound a little far away.
Is that better?
There's some echo in Kaylina. Are we good? Zach, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we're good. We're good now. Whatever she did, she tweaked something, fixed something, whatever it is. What's going on, my guy? How's everything going? I missed you the last couple weeks, man.
I know. It's been a little crazy for me, man. I was out in Florida doing some stuff for the dealership, and now I'm glad to be back home. Although it was pretty hot over there, man. Coming back to the cold was kind of a bummer.
Just this last week, where were you?
I was in Fort Lauderdale, and then on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we took my daughter to Disney World.
My guy. Hey, you haven't had a chance to talk with Ed Nunez. Obviously, you're a big supporter of the Pit Press, man. I appreciate you both, but I kind of wanted you guys. I know you guys have probably talked, but you haven't talked on my show yet, and you both are walking encyclopedias when it comes to the knowledge of the sport. So I just want you guys to chop it up, meet each other.
Zach, hey, I really haven't got to talk to you, but I want to thank you for all the support you've given the Pit Press. You've really helped us achieve a goal. And, where we are now, we're still growing, and a lot of that's due to your sponsorship. Our owner, Eric Moulton, has a lot of great things to say about you. So I can't thank you enough, Zach. Our Pit Press is growing, and it's grown a lot, and a lot of that's due to you and your sponsorship. So we want to thank you for that.
Oh, that's awesome. I love Eric. We grew up together. We played ball together back in the day. And when he told me about what you guys were doing, I had to get behind it. I think what you guys are doing is amazing.
My guy is unbelievable, man. Thank you, Zach, for sponsoring Unfiltered and supporting me in so many ways, but I really appreciate you. Zach, just to let you know, man, the golf tournament looks like it's going to be a Sandia. I had a great meeting the other day, just to throw that out there. We talked about it before, but I figured I would go on the air putting that out there. So stay tuned, you guys. I'm going to be launching KennyThomas.com here pretty soon, and everything is going to be on it. Zach is a huge supporter of my golf tournament, and it sponsors Special Olympics. So, Zach, I thought I would throw that out there first. But
that's exciting, man. I'm glad it's going over there. It should be a fun time, man. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yo, hey, before this first segment, before we get out of here, I want to acknowledge trailblazer when it comes to Black History Month. Elston Did I say that right?
You did.
Elston Howard, first Black Yankees, debuted for April 14th, 1955, ALS MVP 1963, 12-time All-Star, 2-time Golden Glove, 4-time World Series as a player, +2 as a coach, career 274, home runs 168, RBI 775, number 32 retired. I saw it on SportsCenter. I had to give that acknowledgement. And I know between the both of you guys, you probably know exactly who he is, don't you, Ed?
No, I do. He was a little bit before my time, but I remember I was a big Reggie Jackson fan when Reggie was playing with the Yankees, and Elston Howard was a coach then. But Elston Howard, the catcher after Yogi Berra in that era there, and Yogi Berra, people forget, won 10 World Series championships with the Yankees. So Elston Howard, I think that's a great representative of Black History Month. He was an outstanding player. The Yankees just don't retire any number. Mickey Mantle, Joe DiMaggio, Reggie Jackson, Elston Howard, Thurman Munson, others. I'm sure I'm missing Whitey Ford.
There's
others.
Enough. Hey,
There's others. But Elston Howard, I think that's a great representation of Black History Month. He was an outstanding player.
Zach, you got anything on that, bud?
Oh, I agree 100%. I actually had the chance to, in 2017, I got to meet Reggie Jackson. What an amazing guy he is. I met him at NADA. What was really cool is he took the time to spend with every dealer, right? They went up to go meet him. I got to spend 20 minutes with him and just quiz him a little bit about baseball. And what a brilliant mind, man.
You know, the funny thing about Reggie, Zach, is, he's one of my favorite player with the Yankees, right? But he had 3 World Series titles with the Oakland A's before that. And the Oakland A's of the 70s, people forget how good that team was, man. You know, Reggie, Joe Rudy, Bill North, Chenis, Campaneris, Catfish Hunter. So when Reggie went to the Yankees, he just became my favorite player. I read an article about him in Sport Magazine in 1977, and I decided to follow the Yankees. And Reggie was one of those guys you loved, and fans loved him or hated him. He was a arrogant kind of guy, confidence, but 3 home runs in the 77 series on 3 successive pitches. I don't think you'll ever see that again.
Wow, that's cool, man. Zach, you got anything else, bud, before we take this first quick break? And we're going to jump into some Mountain West, some NBA. We're going to kick it here because Zach is only with us for the hour. You got anything else, bud?
Oh, no, I want to dive into Lobo basketball, so I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, man, you support the show. When we come back, we're going to dig into some Lobo basketball. We got Jake Hall that just got his 4th freshman Player of the Week award. Excited about him. And he just knocked down his 2nd game winner in the last, I would say, week and a half. You're listening to Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas on 95.9 FM and AM 6 Sports Animal. I got Kaylina in here producing the day. I got Eric, my guy, Nunez with the Pit Press. And I got the boy, the homie, Zack Brandt with Capital Ford on the line as well. Zach, you there? We got him?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, bud. Obviously, you want to talk some Lobo basketball, right? And our women's team just won, and we are giving away some oil changes and tire rotations valued at $189, courtesy of my guy Zack Brandt, Capital Ford on the phone. You can call. I'm giving away a couple of those if you're interested, and you got to chop it up with my guy Zach. Ask us a question, see what's going on. But, Zach, UNM right now is 21-6, 12-4 in conference at Nevada. Tonight, Nevada's 18-9, 10-6. The game is at 8 Mountain Standard Time. January 24th in Albuquerque, the Lobos 80-73. They actually won. Going down to Nevada is going to be difficult, especially when it comes to this Lobo team. I feel like the edge is kind of shifting. We've had Nevada just lose, and we just had San Diego State just lose, to where it opened up an opportunity for the Lobos to be in 2nd. What do you see what's happening when it comes down to these last couple games, and especially this game tonight against Nevada, Zach?
You know, this is crazy. We're currently ranked number 44. The key is we got to win, because if we win, we get the bye. But, man, what a week, right? Because if we win out, we could be in first place. Depending on how we could be in 1st or 5th. I mean, these are some big games we have to show out, man. We really do. I think Joe Lenardi today put us back in the tournament, but if we lose tonight, not winning that tournament, man, I think we're out.
Yeah, I saw that, and it's one of those things because San Diego State was in, and now they're out, and they were in before us. When it comes down to it with the Lobos, right? I think it's going to come down, call me jumping the gun, but obviously these next two games are going to matter. It depends on how the Lobos take care of business. But it's really going to come down to the San Diego State game this weekend, I think. I think that's going to be the X factor of how the Lobos are going to be able to propel and actually be maybe a 1 or 2 seed to a certain extent. What do you think, Ed?
I think there's still a lot to play for tonight, but I think New Mexico has won the last 5 against Steve Alford. And we mentioned this on the pit press the other night. Coach Alford's going to be ready for this game. They beat Utah State on Saturday, so they got a quad 1 win. And New Mexico, a big victory here at the pit. Dayton Albury, who played, we'll talk about that in a bit, but he played very well on Saturday. But Albury buried them with a 3 that Coach Alford's probably thinking, let him shoot. He doesn't shoot well from there. Boom, that was it. So I expect Nevada to be ready. A lot's on the line here. And again, Coach Alford is he won the first 8 games against UNM, and UNM has turned it around and won the last 5. So they're going to want to protect home court. There's a lot to play for tonight.
Yo, if you want to chime in right now, you can call 505-246-0610 or text your boy as well. I'm checking out the text line. Zack Brandt with Capital Ford. My guy, what do you think are going to be the keys to the success for the game tonight when it comes to the Lobos being on the road? Obviously, rebounding and playing defense. Defense has been lacking. What's your thoughts on that, bud?
Yeah, we got to come out with some tenacity, and we got to play good defense. But more than anything, we have to win the rebound battle, and we got to win at the free throw line. We cannot shoot like we did against Boise State, man. If we miss free throws, we're going to lose this game. So the key is we got to get to the rack. We got to score some quick and easy buckets. We got to win the paint, and we got to make our free throws.
I feel like I'm gonna be that guy. I feel like Thomas Bouillon has kind of disappeared. What's your take on that, Ed? That's just my perspective. To be able to be successful and be able to succeed, especially coming up in the Mountain West Conference, they're going to have some inside play.
I thought he struggled. My son and I even watched the replay. I watched it, and then my son and I watched it on Sunday afternoon. He had a hard time, but they had some size around the rim. But there's a couple of times that he should have gone right up on one side, tried to go up on the other side, and didn't finish. He also was frustrated. You could tell. Got a first half technical. He put his shoulder into Hide Breeder, which I thought was a dumb play. But he did have a key dunk down the stretch. He did. We got to give him that. But they're going to need some inside presence there. He had provided it. He'll still do this at the free throw line. If there's a lane open, he can handle. He can handle a little bit. He'll drive, rip through, with a two-hand tomahawk. But they need more. They need more. JT Rock, 2 big threes, only 1 rebound, but those 2 threes really helped UNM when they were coming back. So I think I agree with you. Bouillon, let Kenny look. You were one of the best post players there ever was here. Maybe we could argue, say maybe the best with the back to the basket. He can score around the right side of the rim. He'll square up and score there. He did shoot a jump hook that back rimmed, and you know as well as I do, when you back rim, you're right on the rim. Those are not bad shots. But he doesn't have a big tool back. He'll get offensive rebounds and go back up. But as far as the post tool back, I don't think he has a lot of weapons, but enough.
I feel like they've got, and Zach, I'm coming to you on this, but I feel like they've gotten away from having him in pick and rolls and involving him. If it's a matter of slipping and not setting the pick and roll, because they do a lot of slips when it comes to that. But I want to see them actually set pick and rolls, because it's going to actually set up the big. Because if you have a Jake Hall coming off a screen, obviously they're going to jump him. So what's going to happen? The big is going to be open after a pass once you make it to the wing. What do you got on that, Zach?
Well, you're right. But if we're going to do it, we actually have to run a pick and roll, man. We can't not screen anybody and then pop out to the key like we have been. I think if Bouillon sets a real pick and he rolls, he's going to be open all day long if he does it, right? But we haven't been doing that all season. We can figure that out tonight. He'll get a bunch of buckets inside, but you're correct. I don't know what happened to him. He's kind of disappeared. Yeah,
and then I feel like JT Rock is coming in and filling that void a little bit. But, hey, Zach, we got to keep in mind, like, there's Antonio Cho that's out there that's had the game before last, he had 20 points. Obviously, it was a blowout, and I think it was against Air Force. Don't hold me to that. But I feel like he could be a guy that can actually come in and impact the paint. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure. He's got when he plays inside, he plays real tough. But man, oftentimes he floats outside a little bit too much, in my opinion. The guy that stepped up, and I've been saying this for the last few weeks, is Luke. If we can get a big game out of Luke tonight, I don't know, man.
What you got, Ed?
You know what, Zach? He makes winning plays. He's not going to always, he had 10, but I saw him block a shot, get an assist, get a rebound, a connector, right? He's going to make the winning plays that help you win the game. Not going to usually step out of his lane and do things he shouldn't do. He's just that guy. I thought he was a huge part of their comeback. And, not a huge score, but you're going to say, hey, man, there's a loose ball. He got that. There's an assist. He drove and kick out to the corner.
Yeah.
He'll do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
I like his game because he's smart ball player.
I agree with both of you guys.
Yeah.
And his dad's a high school coach.
That's right.
He's won over 600 games. So
that helps.
I love that. Zach, hold on. We're going to go to Med. Mud. I said Med, but Mud, what's up, man? What's going on?
Not much, man. Just looking forward to tonight's game. I listened to you guys talk about tonight's game. I think if they have a good inside game tonight, they're going to need it because, Alford likes to play those big men. So I would expect maybe having, I want to see JT with Bullion tonight and maybe overpower some of these big guys, man, because they're going to need it. Nevada's not a pushover. We beat them in the pit, but that's the pit. You know that. They have a different thing when they play in the pit, but I don't know. I think the Lobos are going to beat Nevada, and hopefully so, because we need this game more now because there's not a lot of quad one wins, and another thing too is that a lot of these other teams, they're losing, and seems to me if one of these other teams are in the first place, I think there's going to be like just a one or two team to get into the NCAA. I don't think it's going to be like the past 3 years where we had 3 or 4 or 5.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
I think that if the Lobos can do it, they'll do it with Bullion having a good game, Jake Hall, of course, and also either Tanat or one of the other guards to have a good game.
Appreciate you,
and
but
also Luke Hopp. Luke Hopp is good.
Yes, he is. Hey, Mud, guess what? Hey, you want an oil change and a tire rotation courtesy of my guy Zack Brandt, Capital Ford, Santa Fe?
Sure.
Hey, so Kaylina's going to get your information, but stay on. Thanks for calling in, Mud. Appreciate you.
Thanks. You too.
Yo, so Zach, what do you think about what do you think about Coach Olin actually playing the two bigs together? Do you see that happening? I think everybody's waiting for that.
To be frank with you, I don't understand why it hasn't happened. I mean, JT has stepped up and played. I mean, he's not playing huge minutes yet, but, with some of the matchups that we have against these other squads, I don't understand why we're not doing it.
What do you think, Ed?
I say it depends on matchups. I think I agree with Zach. Now, if there's people that JT Rock can he guard in space on the perimeter, that's the thing that I think that Coach Olin looks at. Now, he's going to do what he does. Coach Olin has a system. He may parse those minutes in. Let's try it here. Yeah. It's got to be a situational thing with him. That guy's a metrics and athletic dude more than anybody I've ever seen here, by far.
Now, Zach, I don't necessarily believe in that metrics.
Some of it I do, right? But you're right. Some of it's like for us, right? He's a little bit. I'm not saying he won't do it. He did it last week against Air Force. They tried it out against the team that they slaughtered, right? So let's try it out. Now let's see if he does it in a conference game because I haven't seen it yet. So that tells me he's worried about the things that I said. Matchups on the perimeter, can rock guard in space. That's a key.
See, Zach, my thing is, and I'm coming to you on this, Zach. Why do we have to adjust? Why can't we take the chance and go out and be the first ones to initiate something? You see what I'm saying with the two bigs? What do you think, Zach? You see what I'm saying?
I mean, think about it for a minute, and Ed can correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't it take 2 seasons before we put Bairstow and Kirk on the court at the same time? So maybe he just doesn't have the full confidence in the two playing together. But you're right. You got to have your 3 guys on the outside. But if they do that, who's the odd man out? Is it Chol that's out or is it Luke that's out?
Well, based off of what's happened with the season with Chol, hey, you got to go there first. If you're listening, you agree or disagree, you can call 505-246-0610. Ed,
Chol's still a threat from the perimeter. He's looking for that threat from the perimeter. The other thing we mentioned is when you played with Daniel Santiago. Should Bliss have put you in Santiago? should Bliss had put you and Santiago on the court together?
Yes.
That was called for by everybody. And did he?
No.
A couple of times?
I begged.
Yeah.
I begged.
Yeah.
I was so playing out of position. Zach, I know you want to chime in on that one.
I kind of didn't understand that either. I'm just doing a little bit of research real quick because we talked about how Chol is a better outside shooter. Well, JT has proven that he can shoot. So, JT Rock has a better 3-point percentage than Chol does.
Wow.
I would say that, you know what, I wouldn't disagree with you there. Volumes of threes, you're not going to get as many volumes of threes from a 7-2 guy, but those two that he hit on Saturday were real big. I don't think he had hit a 3 in conference.
Yeah.
So that's all I'll say. He's probably looking at Chol for that. Let's see if he does it. I haven't seen him do it yet. That's all I have to go by. He did it against Air Force. Yeah. They were winning by 20 or 30. Yeah, let's experiment.
That's fair.
Maybe he will, because you know what? The Nevada has their 7-foot center back. Joel Armatrading is back for them. It's 6'10". He's back. Yeah. So you never know. Maybe Coach
I'm going to drop another bomb on both of you guys, all right? Chol is 42% from the floor from 2. JT's 58.6.
See? Yeah. Wow. I don't know, man. Let's go to this caller real quick before this break, you guys. Hold on one second. We did not catch your name. Who am I speaking with?
Joseph.
Say that again?
Joseph Pettis.
Hey, what's up, man? What's going on?
Hey, how are you guys? I'm excited for this Lobo game tonight. I think the big key is you can't give up second opportunities to Nevada, and the Lobos have to attack the basket. I think those are the two biggest things for tonight.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you calling in and being patient. You have a good one.
You too.
I mean, I totally agree with some of those. Second chance points are going to be huge, especially with their big fella coming back, and the Lobos are going to have to attack the basket. It's just one of those things. What you got before we
rim pressure? Yeah, you know what? They thrive on that. The other thing is, real quick, if they do play Rock and Bullion together, how are we going to attack? Block to block picks? Are we going high low? What are we doing?
They don't have that, bro.
Okay,
they don't have that. I want to keep this going, Zach. We'll be right back, bud. Thank you guys for holding on. My caller will get right to you when we come back from this break. Thanks for listening to Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas on 95.9 FM and AM 610 The Sports Animal. I got Eric Strauss from the Pit Press. I got Zack Brandt with Capital Ford, been in the family for 60 years. Zach also sponsors the Pit Press as well. Zach, there's a couple text messages here. The problem with Rock and Bullion together is depth. If they both get in foul trouble, we're in trouble. I don't agree with that. This is why you substitute, and this is why Coach Olin has a bench that's 8 to 10 deep if he wants it to be. So the only thing that would do is reflect them of going back small anyway, which is what they do. Zach, you got anything on that?
Oh, I'm right there with you. I think we're a much bigger presence if we do that. The thing that boggles my mind a little bit is how we're able to match up with Grand Canyon with the length that they have and beat them as well as we did both times when they've handled Utah State and they've handled San Diego State, and they're playing big.
Yeah, I totally agree. Look at Fresno State; they played big, but they did shoot 62%-ish in the first half. So it's one of those things.
Yeah, that was wild, man. That game had me a little nervous because, man, you're a good team if you can beat a team that's shooting 62% from the floor in the first half.
Without a doubt. Let's get to the phone lines again. Let's go to Mike. What's going on, Mike? Sorry for the wait.
Hey, no problem, man. Just hearing you guys, loving the conversation. I kind of felt the same, though, as one of the other callers. Is I think if I was scouting this team and looking for a game plan, anytime we go to the post, they're going to double down, they're going to press, they're going to put a roof on it. And Bullion's going to get frustrated. He's going to get fouled. And, they're going to strip him. He's going to walk. They're frustrating him. But I'm thinking, well, I mean, if they're going to collapse on him, we should have an out pass. I mean, even if it is to a breaking to the basketball, one of our dunkers.
Yep.
Because if we're on one side of the rim, the backside's open.
Yes, sir. You're reading my mind.
But they got to get rid of the ball quicker. And the other thing is, it seemed like a lot of the games when he's setting the pick, he's open on the slip. But you got to get rid of it faster. The time he takes 2 or 3 steps, he's already underneath the basket, with one-on-one, and then turns it to a press. They collapse on them. So
Yeah.
I think that's kind of a key for me is if I'm coaching against us, I'm going to be doing the same as everyone else has done. Now, we've been able to come out and on the winning end of some of these games, but how much better could we be if we could take some of the pressure off our three-point and some of the other players? If we can get back our game by finding an offense that beats the press on him and play it out, then. But give me your take on that.
Mike, you just won an oil change and tire rotation courtesy of my guy Zack Brandt with Capital Ford Santa Fe. He's on the phone. Just to give you a heads up.
Hey, thanks.
Hey, Kenny, I think we need to upgrade that. I can't remember the last time we gave away a set of tires. Let's give him a set of tires.
I gave away the set of tires last week when the Lobos won 20 games. You should.
Come on, tires. Come on, tires.
I just got to let my man know. He's been on vacation for like a week. I got to let him know what I did because the Lobos.
That's okay. I'm good with giving this gentleman a set of tires.
There we go, Kaylina. He gets a $2,000 set of tires, courtesy of my guy, Zack Brandt, Capital Ford. Mike, I wasn't hating, man. I just had to let my guy know what I did already.
I'll let him know when I get there.
Thanks, Mike. We'll chop it up right now. Hold on. Do not hang up. We'll get your information, but you can pick those up after tomorrow. You can come pick those up at the station on the 5th floor. You can talk to Brenda at the reception desk. We'll take care of you.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. Zach, you're amazing, man. I appreciate you, but yeah, that's huge, man. Okay, Mike, he's back. We lost you, Mike, and you're there. Zach, you there still?
I'm here.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate you. But I want to talk about what Mike just said, you guys. Zach, and I'm going to come to you first on this. There's this thing called an escape dribble. Whenever I see Bouillon in the post, I'm like, why don't you dribble the ball, wait, get double teamed, dribble the ball, keep your dribble, escape dribble out, and you drag the defense with you, and that person that actually has to get away from you has to go find somewhere else to go. If the Lobos are the team that they're supposed to be when it comes to shooting on the perimeter, you gotta upload. You gotta upload the ball inside. It's a no-brainer if there's double teams coming, right, Zach? Or is it just am I tripping?
No, you're 100% right. But the problem is, Kenny, today's basketball isn't fundamental basketball. I mean, let's be real. When you were playing in the post, you were taught to do that, right? You were taught to back in. You were taught to draw the double team. With the game today and the bigs wanting to play on the outside, we don't have fundamental basketball like we used to.
What you got, Ed Nunez?
I think some of that's true. I think he's right about that. And the escape dribble, I know which one you're talking about. They use that on the perimeter a lot, fake, escape dribble to the left or right. And but I will say this about Bouillon. He did draw a lot of doubles, and he was successful in getting out and then, boom, a swing pass. They've had success with him being doubled, but they've come at him with, and they did it against Nevada. And I thought he did a good job of beating that double team. He hasn't always Saturday night was not a good night for him. They were all over him. He missed a couple of shots, got mad, and I thought he was a little bit frustrated in the first half. In fact, JT Rock's trying to hold him back, and he's like, get off of me.
Yeah.
Get. So he was frustrated. They got in his head a little bit. We mentioned he's not that kind of post player that has a bunch of tools, but he's effective when he gets on a certain side, the right side. He does have a little jump hook. He doesn't have a big bag, but the bag is good enough, I think. Now, again, playing with JT Rock, JT Rock hasn't had a whole lot of post touches. The ones he's had, he's got that little left-hand hook over his right shoulder, which he's developed. He's not going to turn and face on you, not yet. He's still developing, too. So that, I'd like to see it, but I don't know how they attack, together. I don't know.
Mike, go ahead, bud.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm good.
Go ahead, Zach. You got anything before we go to break, bud, for the last segment?
No, he's spot on, and it's very similar to how Rob Bairstow was until he came back and put all that weight on. Where JT could be scary is just like he's saying, is when he can square up and put some more weight on, man. If that boy puts some weight on, he's going to be scary inside.
Totally makes sense. We'll be right back, Zach. I want to talk some Wemby, the Spurs game last night, on how they came out and actually took that game over. Talk some Detroit Pistons real quick. We'll be right back. Thanks for listening to Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal. Zach, man, people don't know this, but I'm always up north, Ed. I go up north and I have lunch with my man, and I try to always be up there and supporting. So I had to throw that out there, Zach. You're my guy, bro.
Yes, sir. We have some of the best lunches, man.
And at the same time, he's always inviting me to golf tournaments and everything else. So I appreciate you for that too, my guy. Zach, Wemby, man. Obviously, they beat the Detroit Pistons yesterday. Me and Ed were texting this morning about Wemby, man. It's unbelievable how this kid at the age of 21-ish, 20, something like that, 21, he had 6 blocks last night, and it's official that he has blocked every team in the NBA except his Spurs, and I'm pretty sure he's blocked them in practice. What do you make of Wemby? What do you make of Wemby and what he's doing right now and how he's coming in and impacting the NBA, bud?
You know, just like Steph, I think this guy is going to dominate the league for many, many years to come. Yep. The more he continues to work on handling the ball, I mean, he's the most complete big guy I've ever seen.
When you say complete from the standpoint, he works with Jamal Crawford, one of the top 2 6-men ever in the NBA, in my opinion. And then he worked with Hakeem Olajuwon on his footwork, who I had the pleasure of being able to work with when I was in Houston for a year and a half. And some of the things that he's developing, he's becoming a unbelievable household name to where, Zach, do you see him being the face of the NBA in the next, 2-3 years?
Yeah, and I think we've had a hard time figuring out who that person is going to be to replace LeBron. I think it's going to be Wemby, and I think Wemby, Cooper Flagg, Anthony Edwards is still going to be in there a little bit, but yeah, I think Wemby is going to be the face of the NBA.
Yeah, I agree with you. When I watch it, I text Kenny, and I'm amazed, Zach, because he looks like he's not even trying. Right, the backward dunks, he can score in traffic. He blocked 6 shots last night. Detroit had a bad shooting night. They couldn't pull him away from the rim, though. Anytime they attacked the gap, he was there to swat it or make them think about shooting. So then if you look at the way the Spurs built their roster, and I told Kenny this, through the draft, free agency, Vassell, Castle, Champagne, they've got De'Aaron Fox, Harrison Barnes. They've got just enough 2 veterans there to stabilize that core of young guys. Long, lanky. They've got guards. They've got wings. Yeah. And they've got the big man. And this guy here, look, I've seen big men since Wilt Chamberlain. I saw Wilt play 1 year. But I've seen Wilt, Kareem, Shaq. This guy can do so much, though. When he's hitting, he can handle and hit 3-pointers. So when I'm seeing that, I'm just shaking my head like, how you – and look, they try to get physical with him last night. Hit him in the back, try to get a little bit physical, and didn't work. And he's not really – look at his body. He's going to get stronger. He's going to mature naturally. Then what? Yeah. Well, how do you handle him? Zach, what do you do then?
Zach, what you got?
You don't. I mean, the fact that he can drive to the rim, the fact that he can play inside, he's got footwork. He's scary, man.
He really is.
Said, he's going to dominate the NBA.
Yo, Zach, March Madness is obviously approaching, right? Outside of our Lobos, hopefully are going to get in, which I don't see that not happening from when it comes to March Madness. We saw Houston just lose last night to Kansas, and nobody expected Houston to go on their 3-game losing streak the way that they've been playing. Who sticks out to you outside of Arizona and probably Michigan as far as being in the top 4 when it comes to the 4 seeds in the different 4 regions?
Ooh, that's tough. I think I think it's going to boil down to, how the conference tournament shapes up, to be honest with you. Because, Texas Tech can go on a run. Kansas clearly has gone on a run. So, man, it's tough. What do you guys think?
Go ahead, bud.
Texas Tech with, that's a terrible injury to JT Toppin. It's going to be tough for them. Duke's been consistent. There's been a couple teams. Nebraska was good earlier. They kind of dropped down a little bit. Kansas losing last night. North Carolina, a big win against Louisville. So that's why they call it madness. Gonzaga has remained steady. They're at number 9 at 27-2. And, Mark Few is still out there. What a job he's done. UConn has been in the top 10 all season long.
In the mix, yeah.
They had a documentary on Dan Hurley the other night on ESPN, and that dude is crazy, man. That dude, they're talking about when he played at Seton Hall.
The UConn coach?
Yeah. And he had the yips at Seton Hall his junior year. Just forgot how to shoot, perform, stepped away from the game, went and helped his dad for a while, Bobby Hurley, Sr., and Dan Hurley is something else, man. So UConn's been up there. I just had to mention that because it was something that caught my eye. But I think you're gonna, the tournament is being set right now for those top 4 seeds. Arizona, they've lost 1. Arizona's been consistent all season long.
Yeah, I mean, Arizona just actually went on the road and beat Houston at Houston before Houston just lost to Kansas. That Big 12 conference right now is unbelievable. When it comes to Texas Tech, it's going to be interesting with them being in that top 16 field that just got launched. Zach, is there anybody that sticks out to you from that perspective of I didn't know if you were able to catch the game the other night, Zach, with Houston, but it just seems like they're not there anymore from multiple perspectives, but it could just be me.
No, man, I've kind of watched them a couple of times. They're playing different basketball than they were early on. You spoke about UConn. UConn's playing tough right now. Illinois is playing okay right now. And then you still have Iowa State with the resurgence. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens, man. All I know is, if Houston is on a downward spiral, kind of like Arizona is right now, you don't want to play a hot team going into the tournament.
Exactly.
And it's horrible that I'm going to say this, but it makes me happy that Arizona slides because it got John Condit, my customer satisfaction manager, off his high horse.
That's all we get, Eric. Ed, from the standpoint of John. And he don't like to hear. Yeah, a huge Arizona fan. He don't like to hear the fact that I beat him in the pit too. You know what I mean?
I remember that.
That's a sore spot.
Yeah, I remember that. I do.
Zach, bud, you got anything else before we let you go? I know you're busy, man. You got to go kick it with the family.
No, thank you guys for letting me be on the show. Ed, it was great to finally be on the show with you. I got to get on the pit press with you guys here pretty soon.
I told Eric that we plan to get you on soon.
All right, thank you guys. You guys have a good night.
I appreciate you, my guy. Much love. You have a good one, bro. Man, that not only is he an unbelievable dude, man. It's the love and the respect that they've given me. It's been
man. That goes a long way.
First class, man. Just saying, it's been unbelievable, man.
Yeah, people forget about respect and how much that means.
Yeah, and respect comes, and I give respect back, right? Yeah. It's been in the family for 60 years, and it's been in the family for 60 years for a reason. His dad and his uncle have kept it, and now Zach has been at the helm for a long time. Yeah. Appreciate you, my guy, Ed. Ed will be here for the next segment as well. I got Kaylina coming back as well. I got the dude, the ringer, Eric Strauss, coming in here at the top of the hour. Ed, when I say the ringer,
I heard it went off again yesterday.
His phone is going to go off again. Watch.
Yeah.
We're going to take bets right now and dibs before Eric comes in. Hey, how many times you think his phone will actually ring or go off? Let's put it in right now if you're listening. We'll be right back. Thanks for listening to Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas on 95.9 FM and AM 610 The Sports Animal. I have Kaylina on here with me producing today. I just had the amazing man that supports me in every area, Zack Brandt, Capital Ford Santa Fe. I have Ed Nunez in here with the Pit Press with me as well. Zach also sponsors the Pit Press. And my guy Eric Strauss just came in here. You can catch him at 6 o'clock over on KKOB. Eric, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you, bro.
Got the State of the Union tonight. I love it when politics and sports intersect. I don't love that. It pisses me off generally. So, it's going to be, it always turns political somehow, but I'm not going to let it in here. Ken.
See? Ed,
we got the State of
here
the
he goes. Here he goes, Ed.
I didn't.
No,
I'm
you're
not
good.
doing
You're good.
it. Yeah.
See, but the thing about it is, in sports, it's political too.
Yes,
it just is.
Yeah,
trust
Same with
me.
musicians. Everyone's like, stay in your lane,
It just
and it's
is.
like that's what we do. We comment.
Go ahead, Ed.
Yeah, I would say I agree with you about that. But you know what? I listened to your guys' segment about the U.S. hockey team yesterday, and I remember Al Michaels' great call when they beat the Russians. Do you believe in miracles? Yes. How could you not, even if I'm not a hockey fan, Eruzione, Jim Craig, Herb Brooks.
Awesome.
How could you not?
Yeah.
How could you not?
Awesome.
So tonight, when they won, I mean, that was incredible.
Yeah.
Our goalie, Hellebuck, made how many? 41 saves?
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. Those guys were skating like they wanted to kill, man. They were.
Yeah.
And I don't know that much. I don't really follow it.
Yeah.
But I watch them guys. I'm like, there's something on the line here, man.
Yeah.
So gold medal for your country. Wow.
Wasn't there?
Dude.
Didn't they just start letting professional hockey players play again? When
Yes.
that
Yes.
just started like not too long ago, right?
So we have professionals now.
Educate me.
And what's funny is our goalie plays for the Toronto Maple Leafs. So the big question was, is he going to get booed now when he goes back to Canada to play for his NHL team, right? Which is an interesting thing. And I think some will boo and some will get it. Hey, he's playing for his country. You know, you got to separate those two things. So,
wow, what do you got on that? I'm still digesting that one.
Right now,
that's a good one.
We have to understand right now there's a little friction between the Canadians and the United States, so that made that game even more, right? But I don't think
are we talking about politics right now?
No.
Is that why there's friction?
No, we're not. I wouldn't know.
Or is it because of the Olympics?
Because of Olympics.
Okay.
The Olympics.
Just want to make sure.
It's a big time.
Yeah, I thought I was missing something. I was like, I want to be included.
It's
you guys.
a rivalry.
Okay.
Right? They hate each other.
That's competition.
Yeah, that's absolutely. And they beat the bleep out of each other.
And
so everybody wanted that gold medal game.
So
it's a reset from last Olympics.
And he's from Canada, played for USA, right?
No, he's from USA, and he plays for Canada in the NHL.
Okay.
So he was our goalie, star goalie, and now he's got to go back to Toronto, right? And
yeah, they better start loving him there. How did they not?
Because he just beat the Canadians.
That man is a professional hockey player, and he's playing for the Canadian team there.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yes. Obviously, I played in that arena because of the Raptors played there, right?
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's cool. It's a cool arena.
I was going to say, like, my boyfriend and I were laughing. We're like, could you imagine, because, you know, fighting's allowed in hockey, like going to the Olympics and, like, fighting with someone who's representing their country. Like,
that's unbelievable.
That would be so wild.
Unbelievable. Hey, I got something for you guys. Chol needs to develop a high motor and start attacking the basket. This is Juan Jr. What you got from Junior? Ed, what you got from
Juan's a great guy. He's one of our followers on the Pit Press. And,
Sorry, Ed.
Look, somebody made a comment to us on the Pit Press, like, stop picking on Chol. My son said that to me the other night. Stop picking on Chol, because we bring him up a lot.
He's so pickable, though.
Yeah, but the thing is,
pickable.
We see the talent. We see the ability.
He's a junior.
He's a junior. Yeah. I don't know that the motor's not there. What I see him do, he'll take a step, and if somebody stops him, he'll just take a step back out. He doesn't, and I don't know that he handles well enough to attack gaps. Once in a while he does. We've seen him do it, but he is what he is by now. A perimeter guy's going to hunt for threes. Once in a while, get a mid-range jump shot. Not rebound, probably the way we'd like to see a 6'9" guy with athleticism and length rebound. It is what it is. So whatever we get out of him from now on, I'm just going to say, hey, okay, you know, because I've criticized him a lot this season, so I
criticize him too. But what you got, Eric Strauss?
Go inside, get some easy buckets, and rebound the damn basketball. You're a junior. You got a shelf life. You gotta make these next 2 years the best. If you want any kind of basketball outside of college,
he should only have one more year.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Right. Okay,
yeah.
So you always get frustrated with that. I sense it from you, and you're right. You know but I like them when they, you know, I like the new red shirt rules. I do.
No. Red shirt's always been there, even when I played, right?
Yeah.
I just don't like the fact that these kids are able to get, I could even see a 6 year, right? I just don't like the fact that they're able to get after 6. That's just really how I feel. And I'm happy they're getting their money.
Yeah.
But there comes a point to where you're too grown to play college ball because you're playing against 17, 18-year-olds.
Does
Think
Bouillon
about it, you guys.
frustrate you that way or no?
No, because he's 23.
23.
Think about it.
Is
He's
that
23.
still in your sweet spot?
I feel like he's right on the border of it, right?
Yeah.
But think about the average, Ed, you probably know this because you're a referee. I'm just putting you on the spot because you know everything.
Yeah.
But what's the average? Okay, when a kid is normally done with college, they start around 18, 19, right?
Yeah.
17, 18, 19. They're done around what, 26? 20,
average age, 23, 24, around there. Back in the day, the average age
you know
was
what I mean?
4 years, get a redshirt year. What, 23, 24?
So we're looking at maybe let's just be nice and give them another 2 years, right? We're looking at 25.
Except to UNM, it's like 60-year-olds. That's the worst.
You see what I'm saying, though? Like, okay, there should be a cutoff on age, I think.
Remember when BYU was in the conference, a lot of those guys went on missions and were playing until 23 or 24, 25 years old. They were.
See, that's why I said give a couple more years because that just happened, and that comes with the territory when you're at BYU, right? I don't know if that's the case because that young kid, AJ, I can't never think of his name, and people always text. But that kid right there is making $7 million at BYU.
Oh.
It's unbelievable, man.
Do you know how much money that church has? Have you ever been?
I get it.
It's crazy. It looks like the Empire State Building.
I get it.
Don't they own Pepsi?
They recruited me.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, and you turned them down?
They recruited me. Eric, I got recruited by everybody.
Yeah.
Back then, you were not my color and going to BYU at that time. Just say.
That would have been
Tell him,
great,
Ed.
Kenny.
Tell him, Ed, in the 90s.
I remember that.
And I'm not turning this into a race thing. It was just one of those things. It's like, you're not going to go to BYU.
I wish you would have.
No, I don't.
Yes, I
would.
do.
I wouldn't be right here.
No, you know what? You belong where you belong.
Yeah.
71-3 in the pit. Hey.
Look at me trying to store up some controversy right now.
Yeah,
no, it's true. That's the truth, though. Basanta, AJ Basanta.
There we go.
Yeah,
somebody text you,
and you seen him.
Mormons would have converted you, dude. You'd be
what?
Yeah.
I ain't in no temple, man.
Kenny Mormon.
First off, my mom is Christian. I was raised Christian.
I know.
There's no way.
I'm trying to imagine that. I don't see it, but
this J-Lo.
You come home.
But you know what? No respect to everybody's religion. They have the right to practice.
Exactly.
This is America, right?
Yes,
okay.
yes,
only in America, as Don King would say.
Hey, here's a text right here. It's pretty cool. You guys can't see it, but it says, "Hey, Kenny, saw your memory of the month yesterday. Remember this. Take care. God bless." It's an old school bobblehead from when I was on the Sixers. I don't know if you guys believe that.
Oh, you got a bobblehead night?
I got multiple bobbleheads. Bro.
Oh, okay.
I got multiple bobbleheads.
Nice.
I was a baller, Eric.
Okay. No,
you know, right?
So much sass. He's like, I got multiple. Okay, multiple
Hey,
bobbleheads.
I didn't know having a bobblehead was a thing.
When people ask me questions like that, Eric,
I'm going to go on the internet and just print one up for myself. There you go.
I might even bring you one. Just saying, hey, whenever people ask me things like that, Eric, if I don't know if I'm not just feeling it, I'll be like, Google me.
Yep.
Just saying.
What does Shaq tell? Google me, Chuck.
I got that. That's who I got it from. I got it from Shaq.
Oh, my God.
I got it from Shaq.
And that Indiana coach, he's like, Google me. All I do is win. When he took over the Indiana job. Yep. And then he brings home the national championship.
And they've been worthless in football for how many years?
Nothing. Forever. Ever.
Now they got Fernando going.
And the minute he hired him, he had in his presser, he goes, Google me. I win. And he did. And he did, awesome. Dude.
And won convincingly.
Yep.
Beat some really storied programs and beat the crap out of them.
Yep.
So when he did that, I'm like, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Probably.
Hey, Kayleen just said we got to go to break. See, I got confused.
They probably saved Michael Irvin's life, by the way. Because if Miami wins a national championship, that dude is going on a 10-day soda binge.
Oh, my goodness.
Anyways.
No, you did not.
That's a joke. Calm down.
We'll be right back.
I didn't say it. I did not say
You'll
that.
be right
I'm
back.
joking.
Kenny Thomas didn't say that either. Just to throw that out there. Kaylina didn't say it either.
We're going to throw Eric under the bus.
You just threw yourself under the bus. You listen to A Filter with Kenny Thomas on 95.9 FM and AM6 in the Sports Animal. I got Eric Strauss from KKOB. You can catch him at 6 in here with me right now. And also I got Ed Nunez from the Pit Press, my guys in here with me. Eric, I know you want to address this even though we caught it in the first segment.
Yeah.
The Kansas game.
Yeah.
You called it. I thought Houston was not going to go and lose that game the way that they did.
And they looked horrible.
By over 10 points. Yeah. Hey, it goes back to Arizona.
Yep.
Arizona went into Houston and dominated that game before they actually went to Kansas.
Yep.
I did not see that happening. Arizona's obviously a number 1 seed, and they're playing at an unbelievable high level.
Yeah.
But you can tell that Kansas obviously saw the film from that game, and they got up in Houston, and it was a totally different game. Yep. What'd you take from that, my guy?
Man, number one thing I took away is Houston, where's your defense, man? They're supposed to be known for defense, and they're leaving guys wide open on the 3. Guys were driving and dishing, and it was they were down by 20-something at one point.
Yeah.
With like 10 minutes to go, they were down by 20+, and I'm like, where is this Houston team? That coach looked pissed, dude. I would be pissed.
He's not used to losing like that.
No, and then not only that is what the problem is at this point in the season, you got to be your arc needs to be moving up.
Yeah.
And that's where Kansas, I don't know if you stayed with the game and listened to the Kansas head coach afterwards. He goes, we're right where we need to be. He goes, our ceiling we haven't hit our ceiling. You know, we've been we'll play to the level of bad teams, but our ceiling is getting higher and higher and higher, and you love to hear a coach say that. So Kansas played lights out.
He's talking about Bill Self, you guys. On Monday at Allen Fieldhouse, he's 41-0 on Mondays.
Yeah, 41
home.
Undefeated. Can you believe that?
Undefeated. And the fact that he held Houston at 32% shooting from the field goal. Ed, what do you got to take from that game?
Houston is what they're lost. They're on the Zach alluded to this. They're on trending downward. And you mentioned that there's Kelvin Sampson is known for his blitz defense, likes to send the double teams, and Kansas pretty much took them apart. Bryson Tiller with 11 points and 10 rebounds. Kingston Fleming's the only Cougar in double figures, scored 16. So
Fleming
Houston
was
is
the only offense they had.
Yeah.
I'm like, where are they getting their offense from? This doesn't look like a Houston team right now that's going to make a deep run in the tournament, but that's my observation. But I only watched this game. It could be just an anomaly.
And then the unbelievable pressure that they're putting on Flemings, right? He's a freshman, and he's coming in and he's producing the way he is. Obviously, he's probably a first-round pick. They're projecting him to be a first-round pick.
He's fast.
If you see other teams, though, if he's the only guy producing, those other guys aren't producing the way they should, they're going to start putting a lot more pressure on him because those other guys are not shooting well, at least right now. But I think if you're Houston, you've been in the top 5 all season long, but you're trending downward. The tournament's coming up. You do not want to be on that downward trend.
No.
Hey,
that's what you like about the Lobos right now, right? Do you feel like they're trending up, or do you feel like they're leveling, or are they trending down?
It's a great question.
Yeah.
I feel like they're trending up, but I'm going to keep it real. This game tonight's going to determine that.
Yeah.
This game tonight on the road is going to determine.
It's Nevada,
I feel like their next step, but Nevada just beat Utah State, right, by like 6.
Quad 1 win.
Yes, and then here you got the Lobos are going up against a Nevada team that could be a quad 1 win for them, which they are in dire need of.
Yes.
Especially right now going into the NCAA tournament, right, Ed? I know I'm skipping the Mountain West tournament, but this is huge right now.
It is. Every game is huge. If New Mexico had lost to Fresno State, you kept hearing the play-by-play guy on CBS Sports say that it could have wrecked their hopes for an at-large bid. I don't know if you got to listen to Ice Young, the color commentator that was on that game. God, she was funny, man. She knows basketball, but she just blurts out stuff. And really good commentator. Knows her stuff, man. She does the WNBA. She does.
I haven't heard her.
I really liked her.
Well, was she blurting it out? Because people on Facebook were like, I can't hear her. Not that she's bad. It's just her. People were saying her voice.
No. I heard her loud and clear. Okay. I thought she was. My wife really likes Doris Burke, but she likes Ice Young. She said, "Hey, Doris might have some competition here."
See,
and that says a lot.
Doris isn't my cup of tea.
Yeah,
something about her.
She was always on. She was close to being on the way out. I don't think they were going to renew her contract.
She doesn't feel like she carries her weight on that show. You know, when she's broadcasting game, I don't.
Why do you say that?
I don't know.
Is it her breakdown?
Her breakdown, and I don't like. She's
agree.
She's very truncated in how she speaks. I don't like people who are very measured in their tone. So for me, it's just a taste
tone
thing.
As far as like excitement.
Exactly, very kind of just.
Because I feel like she knows the game.
Yeah.
She knows the game.
She knows the game.
But I wouldn't disagree with Eric there. That's why I liked Ice Young. Ice Young has some personality.
Yeah.
She's not truncated in speech, but you know what Doris Burke makes the points about the game. I'd sit there and say, okay, that's true. She makes great points, but I see what you're saying. I do.
Yes. That's why I like Reggie Miller when he calls a game.
Yes.
I like his excitement. But that's my personality, so I'm gravitate towards that.
Yeah.
So for me, Doris Burke is too like cadence, like too structured in how she speaks, and that just not fun for me.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys,
not a bad thing.
Here's a question for you guys that just came in. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off,
you're fine.
Eric.
You're fine.
Here's a text. They said, Kenny, how many Big 12 teams will be in the Final Four?
Good question.
So think about it. You got Arizona, you got Houston, you got Iowa State, you got Kansas,
4.
you got Texas Tech. We might as well stop there.
5.
BYU is 23-ish.
Bubble.
They're 7-6 in the conference right now.
Can you take 5 Big 12?
It's a Big 12 conference, man. It's big time. So I say Arizona 1.
And can
Kansas is like I don't know, man. Kansas is like a hit or miss to a certain extent with Darren Peterson.
Yep.
You don't know what's going on over there with him. But you got, I don't know, man. I would
That's a
say,
tough one.
yeah, I would say 2-3. What you got?
I'd say 2.
What
Yeah.
you got?
2?
Yeah.
You're only going 2.
I would go. Yeah. I would go. Yeah. Because you have a lot to choose from. I'd say Arizona and I'd say Kansas.
See, and the thing about it is, I had your Texas Tech there.
Yeah.
Before
but
JT
Toppin, yeah.
Before JT Toppin went out.
But they're winning still. They're
See,
winning
right
still,
now
but-
they just made obviously the launch last weekend came out in the top 16, right? And you had Texas Tech, that's still a 4 seed. And then come on, but they came out and they beat Kansas State convincingly.
Yep.
But it's K-State.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that was kind of anticipated.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't know what you got, Ed. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, it's just nice to see him get a win after JT Toppin goes out, and they get a good, convincing win. So that to me gave. And if people don't know, the only reason I'm a Tech fan is because my son goes to school there. He's a freshman there, and so you kind of get into the culture of Texas Tech. And of course, my money and my kid goes there. So if people listening wonder why I root for Texas Tech, that's why.
Understood.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I understand that.
Yeah.
I think it's good that they got a win, but a JT Toppin who rebounds, scores,
Everything.
stretches a little bit. You can throw the lob to him. I mean, when he was here, I still remember Dent would throw lobs. The guy was on the square, man. And you're like, geez. So that's a big loss.
Big.
Does that hurt their tournament where they should have been maybe? Yes, very, very much so. But they make it last year, Elite Eight. Thought they were in the Elite Eight.
Yeah.
So, they might have made a Final Four run. That's going to be hard to overcome losing him. It really is.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
My son was super disappointed.
I was disappointed. I felt bad for JT Toppin, man. He's a good kid.
My son takes that stuff personally. I'm like, son, no one died. Like, a dude got injured. He makes $5 million. He's going to be okay. Like, let's get some perspective here. He wanted to see him make a big run in the tournament, so that's why.
Hey, we'll see. One shining moment, man.
Yeah.
You never know what can happen on any given night.
Never know.
Yo, you guys are good big football guys. I want to talk about Kirk Cousins just got released and some other stuff that's going around the league. A.J. Brown right now, the thing that came out from his coach, don't know if he's going to be there or if they want him there, right?
They need to move on
So,
from A.J. Brown.
We're going to chop it up about some football real quick. Thanks for listening to Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas on 95.9 FM and AM 6 in the Sports Animal. You're listening to Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas on 95.9 FM and AM 6 in the Sports Animal. I got Kaylina producing in here, and I got Ed Nunez in here with me today, and Eric Strauss. You can catch him over on KKOB. If you've missed the episode, you can go to YouTube and search Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas. And you can go to all the podcast platforms as well and search Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas. And you can follow me on Kenny Thomas NBA. There's some clips on there. There's some good stories on there as well on all my social media platforms. But Kaylina, there was a texter here that said, have Kaylina sing The One Shining Moment. It's part of that same guy.
I don't know that song. I mean, I could learn it.
You're not
One
supposed to learn it.
shining moment.
He loves your voice. That's all that counts.
Thanks.
And he was listening. Hey, he might have been in the audience when you had your little.
Oh,
thingy
maybe.
there.
Maybe.
You never know.
Yeah, what's his performance? How come nobody told me about it, kid?
Yeah, we
I
did.
might have liked to go.
Yeah, we did. You were here.
You were
No.
here.
No. You called in. You called in from my show that day.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
didn't tell me about it.
Go ahead, Kaylina.
Oh,
Tell
well,
him
to
real
be
quick.
honest, I kept forgetting about it because I've been out of performance mode.
Mhm.
But it was like a nice little songwriter night, and it was a lot of fun. And it was at the Thirsty Eye Brewery.
Oh, was that a brewery?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
how
so cool.
fun.
Yeah, it was
See, I
awesome.
would have gone and had a beer and listened to you.
That's
Okay,
so
well,
Next
cool.
time,
next
text
time.
me. You have my number.
Okay.
I want to
next
go.
time.
I want to go
I actually
listen.
had a lot of people who were like, "Why did you tell me?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm really sorry. I just didn't think anyone would want to go." And I had a friend who
That's
called
so
me out
cool.
on that. She was like, "I knew people wanted to go. What are you talking
What?
about?"
But, right? Who wouldn't want to go? Kenny and I'll go over there and drink a beer and listen to you sing.
No.
Yeah, I thought
I'll buy
I
you a
thought about
beer.
it, but I had to go to I had to go to Channel 4.
KKOB. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I was shaking anyway. It's probably better that he went to the news.
Just to let you guys know the news, you can catch me over on KOB4 at 10 and at 6 a.m. Monday through Friday. As soon as the show's over, I go over there and I do my thing. Just to throw that out there. Hey, you guys, I have an announcement to make. It just came to my mind. I just got this sponsor today, Bob Petrie and Mike Fitz. They're the owners of the Chupacabras, which was our former team. That Gladiators, they are opening up their season here in the next couple weeks, and their sponsor for Unfiltered when it comes to the Mountain West Conference tournament. Just to throw that out there. If you're interested in tickets, you can go to chupacabras.net to get your season tickets. I will actually be there. I've never gone to an arena football game. Ed, have you? Did you go check out the Gladiators?
I was the voice of the Gladiators for famous hip hop.
It would be hip hop
with Frank Willis, the former Lobo, owns Frank's
famous chicken and waffles.
Yes, so I was the
Ex-Lobo
voice
player,
for,
Frank Willis.
Frank's a heck of a community guy, man.
Yeah,
but I really like Frank a lot. So yeah, that was their voice at Tingley Coliseum probably like 7 years ago.
Cool.
And you know what? I didn't know much about arena football. I went and watched the one on line, and I was ready. And I'll tell you, it's a action in a constrained set of rules. The players hit the wall, smaller field. I don't know what the Chupacabras would be like. The Gladiators had some decent success. Then they moved to Rio Rancho, and they had some struggles there. So they're moving back to Tingley. Now, as someone that's lived here in Albuquerque all my life, I just wish we had a better, nothing against Tingley, but back in the day, there was the Civic Auditorium. I don't know if you remember the Civic, Eric. Yeah. They raised that years ago, and it's been Tingley, and I just think Albuquerque deserves a better facility by now.
Well, you remember the controversy, not to get political, Kenny.
No, you're good. Hey, but there's politics and everything.
Remember, there was turf there that said City of Albuquerque in Rio Rancho.
I do.
And it was pretty controversial because we're spending city money in Albuquerque.
But no
we're
politics.
Spending city money.
Not political. It's football. Not political.
Yeah, it's not political.
I don't know what happened to that
City
field.
of Albuquerque in Rio Rancho.
Oh.
So,
The crossover.
Expense.
The crossover.
And Keller happened to help open one of the Gladiator games. He played quarterback for a little bit, I think, for a play. Right? Do you remember that?
Many years ago. Yeah.
They
didn't put him in any harm's way because they would have killed him.
They put him in a uniform, and it was.
Yeah.
It's just.
Anyways, yeah, it's all good.
But not political. It's not political, right?
No. I let it go right away.
No, if you want to pick up the phone, you can call 505-246-0610, or you can text me as well. I got Ed Nunez in here from the Pit Press, and I got Eric Strauss. That's over on KKOB at 6. Hey, you guys, obviously we got the football combines kicking off this Thursday, and the coverage starts 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I think that's going to be interesting, man. With everything
that guest we had, right, what was his name?
Andy.
The scout.
Andy.
Yeah, people should go back and check out that podcast because he had some good insights.
His name was Andy, and we were talking some football, and he dropped a little bit of knowledge as far as like basketball. He wants to come back on, so we'll be bringing him back. But hey, you guys, obviously the story right now, before we went to break, we were talking about Kirk Cousins. As of March 11th, he's going to be released. It's crazy how you know when it's coming, when you're going to be released. But the thing about it is there's a certain part of NFL contracts, they're guaranteed to a certain extent, and this man has been doing it at a very, very high level. When I say high level, he is getting paid consistently. So my question to you, Ed, right now, right off the bat, obviously maybe a Viking reunion. You got the Colts and the Steelers. Eric, yours gets you in a second. Maybe even the Dolphins. Do you guys see him going to any of these teams? Ed, you first.
He's an established starter. The Colts, they tried Phillip Rivers. He was 43. He was going to last there. He's gone. Daniel Jones had a torn Achilles. Will he be ready for camp? I don't know. That's somewhere that could happen.
That could happen.
The Steelers, they're flirting with Rodgers. Appears. I'll tell you one thing, though. It's funny. Him and McCarthy didn't get along that great the first time in Green Bay.
Yes.
But they're mentioning that they still want him back, so we'll see there. Miami, looks like they're going to release Tua Tagovailoa. That's a lot of money. That's a place there that I could see him. He's an established starting quarterback. The minute the Falcons drafted Michael Penix, which I couldn't rank, and Smith was like, what are we doing? I mean, they had to go tell him about it. He was pretty surprised because they already had money tied up in Cousins. They thought that he was going to be the starter, and then they drafted Michael Penix. He's the quarterback of the future. So Kirk Cousins had to go. So I think maybe Miami, or even the Colts, if Jones isn't going to be ready, I could see him landing up in any one of those two places.
After Penix's injury, Kirk Cousins came in and he went 5-2.
Yep.
So right there, that alone, just off of what you just said, Ed, he's going to get another chance.
But you got Bijan there, dude. If you can't win as a quarterback with that offense is solid in Atlanta. It really is. Yeah. Bijan Robinson, in my opinion, is the best running back in the game.
I like
Anybody disagree with that?
I like him.
Yeah, he's really, really good.
He had a bad. His season wasn't what it was this year.
At the end, it was. Dude, at the end,
I'm talking
he
about
took
the
it
whole
home.
way through.
I
I'm gonna tell you
agree.
why, because of fantasy football. I had him.
Yeah.
And I know there was a lot of stretches last year to where he wasn't getting the ball.
Yep.
And it was a matter of Penix having the ball in his hands and releasing it.
Yep.
Yeah, think about it. You got Pitts Jr. that's there as well. Obviously, just got franchise tagged.
Mm-hmm.
So they have their small core of Robinson, and you got Penix, and you got Pitts. It's
Pitts
just there.
is solid, too. That team is solid.
They're good.
What you
They
got,
should
Ed?
be winning.
No,
What you got, Ed?
that's what I mean. I think that's why they look at it like Cousins. He's got to go. Penix. These are guys here. Pitts and Bijan Robinson. Those are the guys.
Think about it though. Like, let's go back to the Vikings. Like J.J. McCarthy, the way he's been playing this year, it's like, do you bring in a vet like Kirk Cousins to help him
Yes.
As a backup?
Yes.
Yeah.
But is
look,
he going to be a backup?
If I'm Kirk Cousins, I'm looking at the Dolphins and I'm saying at the Colts. I want to start. That's I'm telling my agent, feel out what you can. But those two places there seem like places I could start. If they're getting rid of Tua, and they are, the Dolphins may come in and say we need an established starter. Let's get him unless we get our quarterback in the draft.
Even
Mendoza's
then, having somebody,
it's going to take a while, right?
So I'm not. I'm be honest with you. I'm not sold on Penix. I wouldn't put him on my fantasy football team. Yeah.
Same guy.
No.
Hey man, in the
I'm
NFL,
not sold on him.
what did Jerry Glanville used to say? This not for long.
Yeah, NFL,
especially at the quarterback level.
Yep.
Man, Mendoza's going number one. They say to the Raiders, right?
Yep.
And hopefully he works out for them because they've been looking for a quarterback for a while.
Yeah. Everybody is now.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody is. I'm really hoping they give Howard a chance in Pittsburgh, but it doesn't. No, I've read nothing where they're going to.
Howard?
Yeah. He was the Ohio State quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
We drafted him 6th round, and he's just set the bench. He got injured in the preseason, so you never got to see him play. And then they, of course, bring in Aaron Rodgers, and now Rodgers is him and hawing whether he's going to retire or not.
Wow.
As
That's
always.
crazy. Yo, I just got this text, and it's about your Cowboys, Ed, but we got to take this one last break, and then I want to talk about A.J. Brown and the Eagles and see what's up with that because you guys have some comments there. We got one more segment. We'll be right back. You're listening to Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal. Ed Nunez from the Pit Press in here with me as well. Ed comes in on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I got Eric Strauss in here with me as well. Also comes in on Tuesdays and Thursdays and some other days. You can check Eric out at the top of the hour at 6 over on KKOB doing his politicking and all that stuff. But, hey, just to let you guys know, Ed, this is for you. Obviously, you're a Cowboys fan. Kirk to the Cowboys so we can finally have black Kirk Cousins and white Dak Prescott on the same team.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Idiotic, ridiculous. And look, people can they're going to blame the quarterback in Dallas because that's the way it's been. Back in the day when Danny Don Meredith was the quarterback, he went into a restaurant and they booed him. So this goes back to Dandy Don, who, if they don't win, it's been Dandy Don's fault, Danny White's fault, Tony Romo's fault. Now it's Dak Prescott. I think Prescott's a solid, good quarterback. Has he made mistakes? Sure. But I think, again, we're looking at Miami needs a quarterback, right? Indianapolis might need one. It's not Denver. How many quarterbacks did they go through before they got Bo Nix? They went through a bunch.
Yep.
So I'm happy to have Dak in Dallas.
Yep.
They need to shore up that defense. That defense was absolutely horrific. So I don't agree with that, not one bit.
Spoiled Cowboy fan. But, Ed, explain the comment, though. Because I don't think people know what white Dak Prescott and explain.
Well said, Eric.
Yeah.
Amari Cooper, the wide receiver that the guy was an ankle breaker.
Amari Cooper,
great route runner, but sometimes mailed it in, I thought, at the end of the game. But anyway, he called several years ago when he was playing with Dallas, had called Dak Prescott the black Kirk Cousins, which I thought was
That's horrible.
Idiotic comment.
That's horrible.
Yeah. So, that's where that comment comes from, and I think it's dumb. Nothing personal. He wants to make a funny comment.
It is what it is.
Yeah, and that's
pretty funny.
And I'm going to tell you what I think because I've been a Cowboys fan since 1970. Man, that doesn't mean I know everything, but I was a fanatic at times and used to get the Dallas Cowboy Weekly magazine, the whole thing. So had to kind of because they've been so disappointing. And my wife looks at me like, I just tell her, honey,
gonna kill
I know
you.
when the shoe's going to fall,
They're
so I
gonna
don't get
kill
too
you.
happy, right? And it does. But you know what? I stayed loyal. I didn't go jump wagon to some other team. They're still my squad.
Hey, get this,
Yeah.
you guys. Penix is not the answer for the Falcons either. He can't. I line up under shotgun.
Yeah.
And it's had 3 ACL surgeries for the Falcons. Have way too many weapons. Drake London is unbelievable right
Yeah.
now.
Oh, he's another one.
And they have a second running back, Taylor Aguilar, who's
Oh,
1,000
yeah.
who's 1,000 yards back.
Algier.
He's 1,000
Taylor
yards back to
Algier. Tyler Algier.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did I say? Taylor?
Yeah,
Tyler.
Tyler Algier.
It is
And
Tyler.
And the thing about Penix is, you remember in college, he got
don't.
injured.
I don't.
Coming out of the so in
For
college he was
Washington,
he was. I think he tore his ACL in college, didn't he?
I don't know if he
Yeah,
did.
he
Well,
did.
they said he had
Yep.
2 or 3 surgeries. So
No, in college, I'm almost positive he was
he had
injured in
3.
college.
Somebody's
Yeah.
saying they had 3. He's had 3
Yeah.
surgeries.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously,
So is
Drake
he the
London is
answer?
the number one target. No, Drake London is the answer.
Yeah.
It's a matter of Penix. I mean, it's a matter if Penix is going to be able that guy that's going to be able to throw the ball.
Exactly. And
that's what I think.
and why you release again, this feels like Sam Darnold-ish, not in the in extreme sense, but why release Kirk Cousins? He just won. He went 5-2. You got a good, solid veteran, good, solid backup for Penix.
Maybe he wants out.
Maybe if he wants out,
He
different
wanted out.
story. But why release him?
Salary
I
cap-
wouldn't release
salary
him.
cap reasons,
Yeah,
I mean, what
maybe.
is,
I don't know.
They've probably figured they can bring in a veteran to back up Penix, and they don't want Cousins
Who you going to
there,
get
and-
though, Ed?
Yeah,
I mean,
you
who
know
you
what?
gonna
That's
get
the
to
other
back up
thing.
Penix?
Yeah,
You're going to need a backup. The dude is injury prone. People hate when you say that, but it's true.
Hey, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Football's a different beast, man.
Yeah.
Hey, here's the general manager, Howie Roseman. He goes hard to improve by subtracting great players, but not ruling out anything. He can't agree. You had Nick Cerrone says he can't agree that Brown's status at 2023, he will actually be there. Pre-cap June, he's at 43. And with that said, do you guys see a A.J. Brown, 43 million? Do you guys see a A.J. Brown going to like the Browns or Ravens or somewhere else?
He was unhappy. There was plenty of times he made a lot of posts, and I didn't get enough passes today. And even when they won, he was making posts, and he's not happy. So they changed their offensive coordinator. That's one move they made. I could see them saying, you know what, we want to start with guys. They still got Barkley, Devontae Smith at the other wide receiver.
Smith is solid.
But we mentioned, Eric, their problems were on the offensive line, man.
Yep.
You missed Lane Johnson. You mentioned Jason Kelsey retiring. That hurts your line, the continuity and the strength of your offensive line.
Yep.
But going back to A.J. Brown, I could see the Eagles saying, we're tired of this dude, man. Let's trade him and get something back for him and start fresh at that other wideout.
What you got, Eric?
I'd take A.J. Brown with the Steelers.
I would.
man.
I want him to come
I
to Houston.
like him.
I'm being greedy.
I like him, dude.
Now get all you
I
can,
take
right?
it.
He's nice.
Please don't let him go to the Ravens. Please.
I said Houston, but it's not
Come
going to happen.
on, man.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But if he goes to the Ravens, think about D-Hop that was there. You didn't even hear D-Hop.
Nope.
Like you barely heard his name.
Dude,
in
he
Baltimore.
fell off a
Yeah, he
cliff.
did.
Remember,
Yeah.
he was the best
Yeah, he was.
receiver when he played for Houston in the NFL.
Yep.
I don't know that that's hyperbole. He'd go up and get stuff. He was like a mini Megatron.
Yeah, it's been
a
unbelievable,
skinnier
man.
version.
Yo,
Yeah,
you
Megatron.
guys.
Wow, man,
we
what a
gotta.
receiver that guy was.
It's been
Oh, Megatron
Man.
was badass, dude. If he didn't play for Detroit,
Ooh.
oh, come
Five
on.
dudes
man.
on him, and he still snagged the
Oh,
ball.
dude, he was a
Jeez.
monster.
And only played, 8 years?
He was
Yeah.
and got
Retired.
out. Got out.
He got his
One
bag.
of the greatest that we probably forget about.
Yeah.
The guy should be in the Hall of Fame. I hope he is. Not yet, but he needs to be. That guy was amazing.
Yeah, Megatron, dude. And what a body size on that guy.
Bro,
Just a
there's-
monster.
Hey, you guys, there's so much sports action going on as of
Yeah.
late. But, yo,
Coming off the Olympics, too, Kenny.
hey.
It's been a good year for sports
Yes,
right
it has.
now.
And I started this show at the right time.
You did.
From my
You-
perspective.
You did, dude.
Yo, hey, just to let you guys know, we got our Lobos playing at 9 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. You can catch it over on KKOB. We got Eric Strauss going on at the top of the hours right now.
Yeah, I'll do an hour.
You can catch, you're only on from 6 to 7
6 to
over on
7, and then we're
KKOB.
doing State of the Union.
And then you can catch me around 11:30 on Lobos Live with me and Brandon Ortega. You can catch that as well. Kaylina, got to give you a shout out. What's up? What's up, girlfriend? Thank you for producing the show. I appreciate you. Anything you want to share before we get up out of here?
I don't have another show coming up, but I'll let you know.
Oh, you better.
One shining moment.
Because we're going to push it out.
You're gonna get that karaoke version. And then you're going to invite Kenny and I out for a beer to watch you perform.
Just the one song.
I'm down. And then I'm a Uber. Hint, hint.
Yes.
Oh, wait.
I'm a Uber.
There you go.
Hint, hint.
There you go.
Police station
See,
right across the street.
I got something better. I got a 16-year-old with a driver's license, so she's my Uber.
There
It's like
you
a
go.
free Uber.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah. If you're listening, always hop in the Uber. Hey,
Yes.
yo, Ed, what you got for us, man? Pit Press. What's up?
Hey, we'll have the Thursday wrap-up show from tonight's game. So looking for have Zack Brandt on. We're going to have Zack Brandt on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hey, Capital Ford. Zack Brandt's going to be on the Pit Press. Hey, you guys go check that out. And once again, thank you guys for listening. You can go check me out on KOB4, Monday through Friday, 10 p.m. I'm on around 10:20. And 6 a.m. I'm on around 6:20 a.m. Monday through Friday. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys coming in. I really, really do. You guys have a good Tuesday. Catch you tomorrow. I'm only on for an hour. No, I'm only on till 5:30 tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow. You guys have a good one. Talk to you soon. Thanks for listening to Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas on 95.9 FM and AM 6 in the Sports Animal.